Welcome. I'm Debra at Eden Garden Center and Florist in Waukene, Kansas, and this is a DIY flower time tutorial. I'm going to make a small fall arrangement in a rustic looking bucket. It has a liner in it, so you can pretty much make an arrangement in anything as long as you make it watertight. I'm putting my floral foam that's already been cut into the bucket. I've cut it a little bit large so that I can smash it in there, and it's very solid in there and it won't move around. If you find that your container is a little bit larger than your floral foam, or you've cut your floral foam a little bit too small, then you can use floral tape across there to make it more sturdy. The first thing we're going to do is take our leather leaf, and we need to camouflage that floral foam. This is approximately the height that I'm going to make the arrangement. So you just go ahead and green your floral foam. I'm making a front-facing arrangement. It's a birthday gift for a man. Men love to get flowers. Don't let them fool you. Now I'm going to add some tall myrtle. Okay, so this is our greening that we've done for this bucket. I'm leaving the handle on the back. We'll have a bow on the front. Alright, so the first flower that I'm going to use, my main flower, is a rose that's called Latina Circus. It's a beautiful rose. When it opens up, it looks like a sunset. They last a long time and they open fully, so I use them quite a bit. I'm putting 2 roses in this fall arrangement. What's nice about floral foam is that you can change it if you don't like the placement of the flowers. You don't want to do that too much, because then you end up with floral foam that has a lot of holes in it. Now these are called Viking daisies. They look like miniature sunflowers, although what we call miniature sunflowers are quite a bit bigger than this. So I'm going to, this is only one stem, if you can believe that. I usually don't get them this full. So I'm going to cut off some stems from here. You don't want to cut them off too far ahead of time unless you have them in water. What's nice about these daisies, and it doesn't always happen, but the stems are very long, so you can use them all over the arrangement at different heights. It's one of my favorite daisies, Viking daisies. And since I live in Kansas and the sunflower is our state flower, these tie in really well with almost every arrangement that we do. They're great. They're great for anything in the summer or the fall. They go really well with summer flowers as well. When I'm doing arrangements, I use the whole stem. You'll have some little buds like that. Just add them in, because it will make it look a little bit more like a garden. Okay, so this is our beginning. That bright orange from those Latina Circus roses just pops out at you. The next thing I'm going to add is a burgundy cushion mum that has just a slight hint of gold in the middle. Now these are much shorter stems than the Viking daisies, so I need to be a little more strategic with where I place them. I can cut off a few, but they are very short stems. Okay, so this has, now it has orange, yellow, gold, and burgundy. The roses are our main flower, our primary flower. The Viking daisies and the cushion mums are secondary flowers, and also we've got some beautiful purple pixie carnations. And we're going to just add a little pop of purple into the arrangement. Purple tends to bring out all the other colors. It just gives it a little punch of color in there. So we're adding our, if you break a stem, you must take it off and recut it. So we'll add our pixie carnations. Anytime you bend a stem when you're working with flowers, you need to recut that because the water will not go through that stem once you've broken it or once you've bent it. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. The last two things I'm going to add is a lily and some wax flower. I have these beautiful rust-colored lilies. It's an Asiatic lily. And you see that the pollen pods are still inside. We take those off, and the reason that we'll take those off is because when they turn into pollen, it'll get all over your clothing. Two stems of lilies. These are buds, but they should open later on. And the last item is called wax flower. This is a yellow wax flower. It's not available in this color all the time, but it's often available during the fall in this color. Couple more pieces of wax flower and we'll be done. Then we'll just put a bow on this and wish somebody happy birthday with it. Alright, so this is our arrangement, and now I'm going to make a bow. I'm just making a simple bow with 3 loops on each side, just to give it a finishing touch. Bows are not necessary for every arrangement, and this arrangement doesn't require a bow. Okay, so I've finished making the bow. Another option that you would have for an arrangement like this would be to use raffia, which looks really rustic and ties in with the fall. I'm putting a wooden pick on that bow. I lay the wooden pick on the back, weave it forward, one time around the tails and then down around the wooden pick. And I'm going to turn this around so I can put the bow on. Trim the tails to the length that you need. And there you have our fall birthday arrangement. Thank you for watching. I'm Debra at Eden Garden Center and Florist in Waukene, Kansas, and this has been a DIY Flower Time tutorial. Feel free to check out our other tutorials and also to subscribe.